Hey guys, welcome back. I hope everybody is doing well today. My phone just flashed, it's on 10%, so I've got to get the video correct, done, and uploaded the first time. So let's see. But we had a little bit of rain today. It was a little bit windy, but everything's looking up, as it always does. And the sun's trying to come out, and you can probably hear the birds. I have the window open, so it's turned out to be a decent, lovely day. Okay. But I was sitting here kind of chuckling about a download I got last night. I told my sister, and she was like, "That's kind of cool. That's shocking that you get that much information like that." So I'll just explain what the download was. I was sitting on the couch with my sister. We were just sitting there looking up stuff online. I don't know, just doing our own thing, whatever. And I was feeling that I was about to get this information. A sentence like sparked this download. And basically, what it was is in my vision, I was seeing like a whale and then like the oil from a whale, ambergris. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. That's what it was in my download. I was seeing like a glowing shine, right? Like something that was like beaming, glowing, gleaming. It was like not like monetary, but it was like something sought after, something golden, something brilliant, um, godly, right? That's basically kind of what I was seeing. It's like when you see something and you're like, whoa, like that type of a noise. Um, and I was just seeing like draining, right? Like a drain of that, like a person being drained, okay? It was like a whole layer of things, right? And then I was taken. The Lord showed me then a book that I saw that I purchased at this antique store that mentioned the oil being retrieved from a whale, ambergris oil. And then it was also taking me to a section of the Bible that mentions amber as a glowing, gleaming, like godly aura in a sense, okay? So I'm just sitting there and like this whole thing came across. I didn't even want to look up the word. I started laughing. I told my sister, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got a download. And she's like, what? So I explained it to her what it was, like the whole thing. I said, so I'm gonna look up what the oil is from a whale. And I was like, is it ambergris or something like that? And she's like, yeah, that's what it's called. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's what I got. I hate to even question what I get sometimes. Like, I shouldn't have even looked up the definition of the word. That's what it was. That's where it's extracted from. But sometimes just to be like, okay, Amber, you didn't make this up, I look up some of the stuff. And my sister was like, why? Why do you want to know that? And I told her the whole download I got. And she was like, that's interesting. Which, from my taking of that, is energy, okay? The essence, the vitality being drained from me, from people. That's what it was showing me, okay? So it's funny how stuff works, right? The Lord, I was in an antique store a long time ago, like years ago, I don't know, 5 years ago, something. And I was just like guided to this book, okay, this old book that was like showing the first explorers that had went to Africa and their description and drawings of what they saw, everything they described. It was so interesting, right? But the explorer was explaining how this tribe had basically caught a whale with a string and a hook, basically, right? Those are all the materials or things that they had, right? Maybe even a harpoon, I'm not sure. But it was just minimal tools that they had been able to capture this whale with, okay? So the explorer is describing this, you know, environment where he's watching them bring in the whale and like use every part of the whale for their survival. And then he was also going into great detail about the oil that they were extracting from the whale that was used in many forms. Okay, it's like a luxurious oil, it's something that's very sought after, and there's only so much of it within the whale. So in my download, that was coming across, it was showing a whale like an equal sign to this oil, which was ambergris or something. Okay, I don't know how you say it, I'm not even sure. And I was like, that's so cool. So in my vision, it was showing me that. And then it was taking me back to parts of the Bible that mention just that, which was taking me back to like Ezekiel 1, okay? And if you go to Ezekiel 1, it starts talking, let's see here. So this is like starting at verse 24 to verse 28, okay? So it says, "And when they went, I heard the noise of their wings, like the noise of great waters, as the voice of the Almighty, the voice of speech, as the noise of a host. When they stood, they let down their wings. And there was a voice from the firmament that was over their heads when they stood and had let down their wings." Okay? "And above the firmament that was over their heads was the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone. And upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above upon it. And I saw the color of amber as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his lions, even upward, and from the appearance of his lions, even downward. I saw as it were the appearance of fire, and it had bright roundness about, as the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain. So was the appearance of the brightness round it. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard a voice of one that spake." The visions I get, I'm not kidding you, I call them downloads. I don't even know. Sometimes they're so short, sometimes they're long, they can be an hour, but what I got last night is exactly that, right? It was showing like this glowing essence. In a sense, it was like me conveying to people that like your energy is being drained from you, your glow, your life force vitality, okay? If you operate in a certain manner in life, then those people are drained from even more, okay? Because it's more of a glow. Go back and watch all my videos. I talk about this a little bit each video, right? It's something that most people don't think of or see. That's why I only do it in little increments, okay? Because it would be overwhelming for someone to be like, what? That doesn't even make sense. So, but basically, my download was showing me that. It was the glow, the essence, right? It's like the glory of God, okay? It's just interesting. So I told my sister this whole download, and she was like, oh, wow, I don't get downloads like that, you know? And it made me think, like, that's what is so awesome about growing your connection with the Lord, because the more you grow that and the more it expands, the more you get, right? Like I get stuff all the time, and it just confirms what he's shown me before. It confirms the steps he's given me. It confirms the book he guided me to, the location, the day I looked up in the clouds, the moment I felt something, right? Like it just confirms all of that. I had a really cool download about Noah's Ark once. I might talk about that, but we'll see. I've been trying to tell the Lord, like, I need to get a new channel, you know, because people keep like putting my channel in a like a wayside bin, so it's like not in algorithms, and it just annoys me. It's like I don't even want to give the information, so I'm kind of waiting on the Lord to see what he says. But who knows? It's not like I would ever really charge for it, because the information is free. It should never be, people should not have to pay for freedom, okay? Free will freedom. No one should have to pay for that. But anyway, so just kind of chuckling about it, like, oh my gosh, like realizing how awesome my connection is, how much information I get from the Lord, and it's just like, I love it, right? So that's really what my channel is. If you listen to what I'm saying, then you can slowly see, your eyes will be opening to things around you, and you can start that connection too, right? Because like I've said before, when the Lord trusts you, it's like a even give and take of love and care, information, wisdom, right? Appreciation and gratitude. That's what it is, right? And just even that right there, it's like, yeah, there are angels, okay? When they stand up, they're going to put their wings down. There's a throne above them in the firmament that they listen to. And you're exactly right. That is exactly how it works. The Bible says that accurately. That's how I operate too, right? I'm not going to throw swords or stones at anyone. I mean, everybody has a breaking point and gets frustrated and can, be, a little bit, forceful on their words in the sense of stand down, right? But they go by the guidance above that's in the clouds, right? I can totally relate to that because no shit. I get my guidance from above, right? And anyone that knows that understands what I'm talking about. But getting the download of just showing, right? Everything in my life that pieces together to these full stories is just, I wouldn't change it for the world. I may go over the Noah's Ark download. It is so cool. It just confirms once again everything the Lord has taught me is accurate. Sometimes I almost feel bad to look up like a definition or to look up the information to be like, I'm not questioning you, but I just want to make sure. Like, I feel bad even doing that now because before I'd be like, oh, I have to research everything you just told me. And every time it was like, well, that's exactly what it is. So, like last night, even trying to look up what the oil is from a whale, I was thinking, like, man, I kind of felt bad to like question you, Lord. But I went to look it up. My sister's like, oh, that is exactly what it is. She already knew the definition. She's like, why are you looking that up? And I told her my download. And she's like, oh, that's interesting. So, just know that there is something higher on the earth, okay? You have to believe in that. You didn't just appear. The first human didn't just appear, okay? There is something higher that guides. It's a universal magnetism, okay? It's a it's too in depth to go in on this video, but regardless, I'm just saying there's more to you than you know. So start understanding yourself, understanding the Lord, listening, right? And then you will be guided correctly because God is your fiduciary, right? He guides you at your best benefit. Only for listeners, only for trustworthy people, only for the faithful ones, right? Those are the ones that get that, okay? And I don't know, with the way the world is in society, there's probably not a lot of people that have that guidance because society is winning, distracting you and making you be lustful and angered and, short-tempered and revengeful. That's what society is meant to do. And if you've fallen into that trap, they've won your free will at that time until you take it back. You see what I mean? When you take it back and then start listening to this, it's blissful. I'm just telling you. There's no place I'd rather be. There's nothing I'd rather know, want, or need, right? Because that is going to fulfill everything, right? What's meant to be will be, you know? So just stay positive, right? Sometimes life can be difficult. I've went through a lot of difficulties, okay? I've drawn things out that the Lord has shown me of my path. It's kind of treacherous, okay? I've had to go through a lot to overcome. No one can stand at a mountaintop when you have went through no hurdle. It's just impossible. Unless you were sky lifted up there and dropped, that's a cheat. You see what I mean? You didn't go through anything. You don't know any information. You haven't learned any lessons. You can't tell anything from experience. You see what I mean? Those are not the people to follow. They're not telling you the proper information. So, anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a good day. Just stay tuned and stay faithful, right? Each day, a little bit of work is what leads you to the success of that relationship. All right? Praise to the Most High. Nothing happens without Him. I love you guys.